Have you ever felt like life took something precious from you? Without warning, without reason? Maybe it was a relationship that ended, a dream that faded, a job that vanished, or a place you called home that suddenly didn't feel safe anymore. In those moments, it's easy to wonder, was I not enough? Did I do something wrong? Why now? But what if your loss isn't punishment, but redirection? What if the very thing that shattered your world was the same force gently nudging you toward a life you couldn't have imagined on your own? Today's story is about a little sparrow who thought she'd found safety, only to lose it all in a single moment. And yet, through that loss, she discovered something far greater. Stay with me. This isn't just a tale of a bird. It's a mirror of your journey. Long ago, nestled high in silent mountains untouched by time, stood an ancient temple. Its marble steps were worn smooth by centuries of footsteps, now still. Moss draped over cracked walls like velvet scars. The courtyard breathed in slow, patient rhythm, as if the whole world had paused to remember something sacred. At the heart of this quiet sanctuary hung a grand bronze bell. Once, its voice had summoned villagers from miles away, its deep, golden tone echoing through valleys at dawn, calling hearts to prayer. But years passed. The monks left. Silence returned. Dust settled in the bell's hollow. Spiders wove lace in its curves, and the world forgot it ever sang. Then came a sparrow, small, weary, searching. She saw what others missed. Inside the bell's dark cavity was a hidden sanctuary, cool in summer heat, sheltered from winter storms, hidden from hawks and foxes. To her, it wasn't just a space, it was safety, hope, a beginning. So she built a nest, twig by twig, feather by feather. She lined it with moss and soft grass, humming to herself each morning as sunlight kissed the temple stones. For the first time, she felt at home. She whispered to the wind, "I'm finally safe. Nothing can hurt me here." But life rarely honors our plans without first testing our trust. One morning, without warning, the temple gates creaked open. Footsteps, soft but sure, returned. Monks had come back to restore what was forgotten. They swept the floors, lit the old lamps, and stood before the bell. "It's time," one said. "Let its voice rise again." The sparrow, nestled deep inside, heard nothing but the quiet rhythm of her own breath. Then, boom, the bell rang with thunderous might. Its vibration shook the earth. Inside, the nest exploded. Twigs flew, feathers scattered. The walls trembled like a storm had entered her soul. Terrified, the sparrow burst into the air, wings flapping wildly, heart pounding. Her sanctuary, gone in a single chime. She circled above the temple, confused and grieving. Why? Why take what little I had? Wasn't I careful enough? Quiet enough? Good enough? She landed on a distant branch, exhausted. For days, she drifted, sleeping under leaves, scavenging for crumbs, jumping at every shadow. Each night, the ache of loss grew heavier than hunger. She almost gave up, almost believed she didn't deserve another chance. But deep within, beneath the fear, a quiet voice whispered, "Keep flying. Your story isn't over." So she did. One afternoon, drawn by the music of a hidden stream, she followed the sound deeper into the forest. There, past thorny thickets and towering pines, she found a sunlit clearing. Light danced through the leaves. Wild berries hung ripe on branches. The stream shimmered like liquid silver. And the trees? Their limbs curved like open arms, strong and steady, as if waiting just for her. This time, she built differently. Not just with twigs, but with wisdom. Not just for shelter, but for joy. She chose branches that wouldn't snap in wind, leaves that repelled rain, feathers that held warmth through the night. Her new nest wasn't just safe, it was alive with promise. As she settled in, the breeze kissed her feathers. The stream sang her a lullaby. Sunlight pooled around her like a blessing. And she realized something profound. If the bell had never rung, I'd still be hiding in the dark. Friends, your bell has probably rung too. Maybe it was a layoff, a breakup, a diagnosis, a dream deferred, a friendship that faded. That sudden crack in the foundation you thought was unshakable. In that moment, it felt like the end. But what if it was actually your beginning? Because sometimes, the very thing that destroys your nest is the same thing that frees you to fly farther. To a place where your wings are needed, your voice is heard, and your heart can truly rest. Your old safe space might have been comfortable, but was it alive? Was it helping you grow? Or just keeping you small? Life doesn't break us to punish us. It breaks us open, so something greater can grow in the space left behind. The sparrow didn't know it then, but the bell's song wasn't her end. It was her invitation. So if you're in the middle of your storm right now, if your nest is in pieces at your feet, don't stop. Don't retreat forever into fear. Grieve, rest, but then fly. Not blindly, but with quiet trust that your next clearing is already waiting. Because God, or the universe, or life itself, has a better plan for you. Not a plan without pain, but a plan through pain, toward peace that surpasses understanding. Your next chapter may be quieter or louder. Your next home may be simpler or more abundant. But one thing is certain, it will be more you than the last. So keep going. Your paradise isn't behind you. It's just beyond the next ridge. And your wings? They were made for this flight. Trust the journey. Keep flying. Your better beginning is already blooming, just a few wings away.